So I went out with Modelo Man, and I told him I was going to do a podcast on him, and told him, I gave him my socials, and I said, if you hear the podcast on Modelo Man, you'll know it's you. I'm doing a podcast on you. He was so stinking cute. Those eyes were so beautiful. Beautiful face. And quite a few tattoos that told a story. And I don't want to identify him. Well, that last session is a separate session from this one. But basically, he has been through a lot. And so he got a very intense session. And we were up doing sessions till about 4:30 or 5, and then he had to go to work at 7. So he texted me like 7:03, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so tired." He actually said I'm dead, but anyway, I had another guy tell me I took his life force, so this guy just said he was dead. But we talked about past lives, all kinds of stuff. So it was a really great weekend because I was able to hang out with the guy from Friday, and then we hung out all day on Saturday until 10 o'clock. And then he's like, I'm so tired, I got to go home and go to bed. And then that's exactly what was meant to happen. And I talked about one-day marriage with both of them, and they're like, "You're going to be known for that." They're like, "It's going to become a thing. It's going to become a trend. One-day marriages." I was like, okay. "I don't do hookups. I do one-day marriages." Yeah.
That's cool.
Anyway, and I'll stay in touch with both of them. In the meantime, my phone's blowing up with all these Icha men that are like, "When are you coming home?" So. And I'm supposed to hear from one of my really good friends today whether or not he wants to hang out on New Year's. He was going to maybe hang out with his guy friends on New Year's Eve. But he ended up going to Wendover last night. He got back about 11 this morning. And I don't know who he went to Wendover with, right? But, whatever. I'm doing my thing, he's doing his. And I don't wait around for a man. So we'll see what he decides to say about New Year's. I told him, like, I could stay home and relax, or I could go out and party. My mood right now is either one. Now, come New Year's, I might be like, fuck it, I want to go out,
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I've been out so much in the last week. I mean, I've been out like 9 out of 10 nights. So, anyway. And that guy yesterday, I told you guys that I peed at the beach behind some rocks. It was literally right at sunset, so it's still light outside, broad daylight. The sun hasn't set yet. And there were people everywhere. I tucked back into this cove, but in front of me, there were like 20 people, and the closest one was like 10 feet away. And he just stood in front of me while I peed, because I was like, there was nowhere to go. All the shops were closed. We tried to go into a couple before we went down to the beach. And I kept hearing from the other side, mark the beach, mark the spot. I'm like, I can't go here. And I was like, you think I should go here? And he's like, here, I'll stand in front of you. And I literally had this like visual of the future where it's not just possibly him, but other guys that do that exact same thing for me when I'm on the road or wherever, Like, I'm like, I feel like I've done this before. I feel like this is normal for me.
It's a good thing you don't get stage fright.
Cool. Yeah, and I mentioned that to him and the guy last night, and both of them are like, oh yeah, I've peed in parking garages. I do it all the time, right?
Right.
Now I have to wear it because when I go popular, they'll be like, watch out for her. She pees in parking garages. I'll be like, oh, that was so Salt Lake in 2025. Come on.
It's funny.
I guess I can get a big old motor home and just have a bathroom there and let somebody empty out my pee. But, I mean, that seems like a waste of energy. So, when you could be watering the earth with your presence. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so, yeah, it was a fun night. I asked questions all along the way. He really needed the talk sessions. It was really good. And the hotel drive was 40 minutes from Huntington. And so we talked the whole way, right? Had good conversation, talked to the car, talked to the bar. I mean, that guy didn't leave my side the whole night at all. And he worked security for me because there were a lot of guys in there. There were a lot of guys from a lot of different locations and groups that were at the bar.
Yeah.
And they were eyeing me pretty good with him, you know. And so because of it, the gang members and others mostly left me alone, other than just watching everything I do. Right.
Right.
And I ran it by him. I'm like, who sent you in? I was like, he's like, the universe did. And I was like, so nobody you work with, nobody you've been with, nobody you're attached to in 3D sent you in. You did that on your own? And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay.
Nice.
So, anyway, end session there.